Planning a transfer can be broken down into 6 steps. Step 1. Complete a self-assessment and a resident assessment to identify and eliminate or manage risks when transferring a resident. Step 2. Select the correct equipment, including the correct sling size, lift device, and the correct type of sling for the task. Step 3. Assess the environment to ensure risks are eliminated from the environment before transferring task is attempted. Step 4. Communicate with the resident to inform and prepare resident for the transfer and to determine if the resident is suitable to be transferred at the current time. Step 5. Define roles of each caregivers to ensure there is a leader and an assistant. And lastly, Step 6. Transfer the resident by applying the sling, attaching the sling onto the lift, performing the transfer, and detaching the resident from the sling. Here are some important points to remember. 2 staff must be actively present at the attachment to detachment of the sling from the lift when performing a transfer. No staff will leave a resident unattended in a lifting device. All restraints must be applied as per manufacturer's recommendations. A staff can always go to a higher level of assistance without a reassessment performed. The Sarah 3000 is a sit-stand lift. This is an active lift suited for active residents. The resident must have weight-bearing abilities in at least one leg, have good truncal control, have the ability to comprehend and cooperate. They must also weigh under the maximum safe working load of 440 pounds or 200 kilograms. The weight identifying label can be found at the bottom of the lift. Features of the Sarah 3000. On the remote and base, there are buttons for raising and lowering the lift and opening and closing the chassis legs. The Sarah 3000 also has a foot support and knee support. It also has a leg belt, which is not a restraint but a part of the mechanical device. Some safety features include the emergency stop button, which cuts off the power supply when needed, and the emergency release, a latch that can be pulled up to lower the lift without power. Before use, please complete the inspection checklist to ensure the lift is in good working order. Before the use of the sling, complete the sling inspection checklist. To ensure the sling is safe to use, check the straps, the clips, the arm pads, and material for wear and tear and frayed edges. Sit-stand lift demonstration. Applying sling in wheelchair. Ensure the resident weight falls below the maximum weight limit of the sling. 2 staff must be actively present from attachment to detachment of the sling during a resident transfer. Before approaching the resident, the caregiver shall always tell the resident what they are going to do and have the correct sling size ready.
Hi Sarah, I'm Sincere, and today we're going to transfer you with the sit-stand lift into bed. Okay, first I'm going to put your brakes on, and I'm going to remove your foot pedals.
Ensure the arm pads are upright to place under the arms. Position the sling in the small of the back so that the bottom of the sling lies horizontally about 2 inches or 5 centimeters above the resident's waistline. Ensure that the support strap is separated and brought loosely around the body and is not twisted or trapped behind the resident's back. Close the support belt and press the buckles together. Ensure that there is an overlap with enough margin at approximately 10 centimeters or 4 inches. If the belt overlaps too much, then the belt is too big. If the belt has no overlap, then the belt is too small. This is a demonstration of how to operate the sit-stand lift. Bring the lift into position. Open the chassis legs to get into position. When the resident is ready, help or allow the resident to place their feet flat on the foot support. Carefully push the sit-stand lift closer to the resident to make the full lower leg contact with the knee support. Ensure the knee support are just below the kneecap. Apply the lower leg buckle. Make sure the sling attachments reach the lift. Apply the clips to the attachment points on the lift and secure them for safety by pulling the clips in place. If the attachment does not reach, change to another sling size. Ask the resident to hold on to the bars or handle and lean back against the sling at all times. Encourage the resident to give as much assistance as possible to stand from the chair and steady themselves. Use the remote to raise the resident just enough to clear the surface. To prevent the sling from riding up, re-snug the belt when the resident stands to avoid the chicken wing effect. Unlock the brakes. Proceed with the transfer. Before the use of the sling, complete the sling inspection checklist. To ensure the sling is safe to use, check the straps, the loops, seams and material for wear and tear and frayed edges. The sling size can be determined using the manufacturer's measuring tape when using a hammock sling. Ensure that the resident weight falls below the maximum weight limit of the sling identified on the tag of the sling. Before proceeding, with the transfer, see where the sling sits on the resident when applied. The bottom of the sling should be positioned at the coccyx of the resident. The hood of the sling should fall between the top of the ear and crown of the head. Ensure the leg straps are in the middle of the resident's thighs. And lastly, the half moons should fall around the shoulder of the resident. Please note, the color on the straps of the combi sling does not represent the size of the sling. This is a demonstration of how to apply a hammock sling on a resident in a wheelchair.
Hi Mildred, I'm Sincere and this is Catherine.
Happy to see you girls and meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Mildred.
Okay, so what we're going to do right now is apply a sling underneath your back and bottom so we can use the mechanical lift and get you up.
In the air.
That's right. Okay, so we're just going to put the brakes on your chair. And what I'd like you to do first is to lean forward, put your nose over your toes so we can slide it down behind your back. You're doing great. We're just going to put that in the right position. Okay, you can lean back. Perfect. Now I'm going to pull you this way so we can get it under your leg on this side. Okay, so just come on over to me. I'm going to put my hand there and over. Okay, and we're going to do the same, and Catherine's going to pull you that side.
This way.
Perfect.
There we go.
Now what we're going to do is just cross this so you don't slip through the middle.
There we go.
Okay, you're ready to go up in the lift.
Okay, let's go.
This is a demonstration of how to apply a hammock sling on a resident in bed.
Hi Mildred, I'm Sincere and this is Catherine.
Hi.
And we're going to just hook you up to a lift using a sling underneath your body, okay? All right.
In the air.
Yes, that's right. Okay. So this is the sling I'm going to put under you, okay? So first I need you to roll on your side. So I'm going to pull you to me. No, you just need to lay still. Okay, Catherine, on my count, 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to go over. Perfect. And I'm just putting the sling behind your back and we'll roll you back, okay? All right, we're gonna roll onto your back and we're gonna lift you back that way. 1, 2, 3. And you're gonna come to me one more time. Okay, and on your back. And just keep your hands on your chest like that is perfect. That's right. And I'm just gonna hook this up through your leg so you don't slide through the bottom, okay?
Okay. I'm going here, am I?
In a minute you are, yes. Perfect.
This is a demonstration of a transfer completed using the MediLifter 4. Before use, please complete the inspection checklist to ensure the lift is in good working order. Before approaching the resident, the caregiver shall always tell the resident what they are going to do and have the correct size sling ready. 2 staff must be actively present from attachment to detachment of the sling during a resident transfer. Lower the lift. Keep the bar away from the resident's face.
Okay, Mildred, I'm gonna hook the sling now to the lift that we had put under you, okay? So we're gonna put the black loop up top. It's the shortest loop. And we're gonna put the blue loop on the bottom because it's a longer one and it gets you in a nice proper sitting position for your chair, okay?
Once the sling is applied, bring the lift to the bed. The brakes should be unlocked whenever loading or unloading a resident due to the potential risk of tipping the lift.
All right, we're gonna go up now. Catherine's gonna guide you and you're safe, okay? Here we go.
Using the remote, raise the resident just enough to clear the surface. Ensure the sling supports the resident's head. Transfer the resident to the wheelchair. Open the chassis legs wider. Push the lift towards the wheelchair. Never pull the resident or the boom to a destination because there is potential risk of tipping. Rather, guide the resident to their destination.
Okay, Mildred, we're gonna lower you down into your chair now, okay? There we go. Head back. Just gonna unhook the sling now as we're finished moving you, okay?
This is a demonstration of the resident transfer using a sit-stand lift from the wheelchair to the tub using a shower chair.
Hi Sarah, we're going to transfer you over to the tub chair using the sit-stand lift for your bath, okay? So I'm going to get Catherine to pull out the tub chair and get it set up for us. Brakes are on. Okay, so now we're going to raise you up. I want you to use your legs, lean back as we're going up, and keep your hands on the hand grips, okay?
Okay.
Here we go. That's it. And we'll just get Catherine to snug up the belts. Perfect. Okay, here we go. And we'll move the chair out of the way, Catherine. I'll take the brake off. Okay, so here we go. And over to the chair. Now I'd just like you to let go with this one hand, just to keep it out of the way. And we're going to lower you down now. Just bend at your knees, there you go. Perfect. Now we're going to unhook you. And we're going to remove the belt. Okay. Remove the belt. Lift your arms. We're going to hook this up. Okay, we're good. Just put your hands on there, and we're going to go up. You okay?
Yep.
Good.
Going up.
Just going to guide you in, and I want you to kick your feet out towards Catherine, and we'll push you in. And down we go. Good. You okay? Great.
This is a demonstration of a resident transfer completed using the Maxi Sky 600. The Maxi Sky 600 is a ceiling lift. This is a passive lift suited for passive residents. The resident may have no weight-bearing abilities, poor truncal control, and/or have difficulty with comprehension and cooperation. They must weigh under the maximum safe working load of 600 pounds or 272 kilograms. This can be found on the lift label. Before use, please complete the inspection checklist to ensure the lift is in good working order. The sling size can be determined using the manufacturer's measuring tape or based on the sling sizing guide. Before proceeding with the transfer, see where the sling sits on the resident while the resident is lying down or in a seated position. The top of the sling should be positioned at the coccyx of the resident. The hood area of the sling should fall between the top of the ear and the head. Ensure leg straps are in the middle of the resident's thighs, and the half moons should fall around the shoulder of the resident. The resident weight should be below the safe weight limit of the sling. Before approaching the resident, the caregiver shall always tell the resident what they are going to do and have the correct sling size ready. 2 staff must be actively present from attachment to detachment of the sling during a resident transfer. Apply the sling, perform the lift or transfer of the resident, and detach the resident from the lift.
Hi Sarah, I'm Sincere, and this is my partner Catherine.
Good morning, Sarah.
We're going to get you up into the sling, into the tub for your bath today. Okay? So we're just going to hook up the sling now. We're going to cross these 2 straps here first so you don't slip through there. We're going to bring this up and over your shoulders, and I'm going to get the lift. Okay, we're going to start with the top straps. We're going to put it on the gray so you're in a good semi-lying position. And then the middle strap we'll do gray as well. And the bottom strap gray as well. I want you to just keep your hands across your chest while we're going up. Okay, you're all right? Mm-hmm. Okay, up we go. Okay, we're just going to get Catherine to move the chair out of the way. And we're going to turn you. And over the tub we go. Okay, we're going to go down. Stretch your legs out. Okay? You're comfortable?
Yep. You okay, Sarah? Mm-hmm. Okay, now we're just gonna raise the tub up a little bit. There we go. How's that? Good.